what's up everybody? Welcome back to another reaction. Today we have a JamieP song as requested by Senpapi because of course it was. He's given me everything from Flavor Foley as well so far. And this is Route for Clout. This one came out about 8 months ago and has the voice of Teto on it, who I've become a low-key fan of. You can kind of blame Senpapi for that, but I've always enjoyed Teto's voice bank anyway, all of them. I don't really know the specific differences. I know what they are, I just don't hear them as well because I'm not in the scene that deep yet, but I'm sure that'll happen over time. But that aside, this is the song we're getting to today. I really hope that JamieP is going to pull through for me just like they do on Flavor Foley, and I won't really know if I don't start. So without further ado, let's go! I've actually been avoiding this song on my recommendeds page because I knew it was in my queue. I like the filtering on her voice. So you would do the same shit if it let you change your fate. If life is nothing but an endless race, you bet your ass I'm getting first place. Please somebody get me out of here. Please somebody won't you get me out of here. Oh no. You can get me out of here. Yeah, that's right. Let your dreams take flight. Okay. Yep. It's starting to make sense, the story. The plot is here. Yeah, I'm understanding. A little too close to home. And when the pain comes calling for my head, yeah, I would rather hurt than be happy and dead. Oh, fuck your frown, baby, spare your grace. Now I'm wearing my crown, perfect framing of my face. All the details surgically replaced. It's a crying shame, a pathetic disgrace. Great production, too. I didn't expect anything less from Jamie, but... Wait a minute. Oh, I thought they were doing something there, okay. Maybe they still will. I love how simple this instrumental is. It's really broken down. There's no complexities in here, which I actually really like. Okay, we're doing something. I knew they were gonna do something like that. Still going. It's just Jamie shedding a little bit. Fuck it up, Jamie. Fuck until the sun burns out. Oh, man. I'm gonna have a lot to say. But I'm just having so much fun right now.
I'm crazy.
What a sample at the end. Oh, fuck, Jamie. So I obviously want to get into the production, but I will also be getting into the existential dread that is very relatable in this song. Not directly relatable in the exact same way, but just I'll give you my perspective from where I am on my channel and with the community I've made so far, and we will see how parallel that can even be for it's comparatively few people as I have following me. There's obviously a lot more people that could be following me. I'm not big on the internet zeitgeist at all, but it does hit me in a very similar way. So I'll get into that, but I want to start with the production stuff. So the simplified thing I was talking about here does hold true through the whole song. It was nice because there was definitely very clear melody in here, but it wasn't unnecessarily layered with a bunch of shit. Like, there wasn't too much. I usually like a lot of little detail work and a lot of compositions, but it really depends on the genre and what the composition's goal is. I think it makes a lot more sense for like orchestral stuff to have little details, you know, like extra percussive stuff or extra little things happening in the background that just make the sound feel a little bit more different, make the emotion a little bit more different. For this one, it works completely in the opposite way for the same general goal of being great for what it is. The fact that there's so little synth in here, like there's the lead, maybe a doubling of that, the bass line, and then the percussion. That's pretty much it. Like, there's not a bunch of other stuff happening here. They did change it up once or twice, had a sample or two thrown in there, but it's not much. And that's actually a really good thing for this composition, because if you're overdoing it, the purpose of the lyrics would honestly be overshadowed by too much happening musically. So that was a really good balance. Again, not that I've ever heard anything different from JamieP or Flavor Foley, any of the stuff that they've worked on that I've heard so far, but nonetheless, still very much an apparent characteristic of JamieP's production that I love. I love how careful Jamie is with every little detail, making it work with as little as possible, not overstaying their welcome, not doing too much, and keeping the intent of the music very clear while still being so fucking catchy, really relying on the musicianship, not just, hey, let's throw a bunch of shit at the wall and maybe somebody will like it. This is somebody who had a vision, they made it, and it feels great for that reason, which now leads me into the vision part of the whole existential dread that I can talk about. So very obviously, this song is about rotting for clout. It's about having so much affirmation from a community of people, throwing yourself out there, trying to get clicks, and the detriment that can have on your psyche. If you're not careful, it can ruin you, it can kill you. You can go way too deep into it, and it can actually ruin your life, and it is very difficult to find that balance. There's been a lot of people who have unfortunately passed due to that stress, and it sucks. And while, again, my personal situation is a little bit different in that, that's because I am on the spectrum. I process things a little bit differently, but it's also why you'll never see me at a convention, most likely, because I don't do crowds. I don't do physical interaction well, but I love to talk to you guys this way. This is cool for me. This is enough interaction for me, just me doing this, that I feel entirely self-actualized by that. I don't need more than that. I don't need to force myself to have more connection with people, to sell myself, to get sponsorships, to ruin my life that way and sell my opinions just for the sake that more people will watch. That, unfortunately, is a trap a lot of people fall into, and is what causes shit like this to become very much reality. I am lucky in that way, but even then, I've still had that stress before. It's not necessarily as aggressive as the prior I mentioned, but it is still there. That feeling that if I stop, I'll never be able to get people back. If I don't upload every day, people aren't going to like me. And I know that's not the case. I know that's not true, but it's also just that constant stress of, if I don't upload today, people are going to not show up next time. And that is terrifying. The algorithm also has a part in that. You know, like if you stop uploading as frequently, they'll stop pushing your videos out to your people who do want to watch you. And then they will forget about you. And that's terrifying. So having that run your psyche, having that ruin your life, is what this song kind of is about. But also, I'm just very lucky and very grateful that I am a little bit tistic, and it does kind of help bridge that gap a little bit. I'm content doing what I am, and I'm not looking for that affirmation nearly as aggressively as some other people are. There will definitely be a point where that will pivot to worse, I'm sure, and I will have to address that when it gets to that point. But right now, kind of bordering on the 30K mark, I don't think I'm there quite yet, and I'm happy that I'm not there quite yet. I'm honestly terrified for the day that I do get like 100K plus or more. You know, like, who will I be at that point? I don't know. How many years could that be from now? And how much will being a social media personality in that respect affect me psychologically? It could be so much worse. It could be better. I don't know. And that not knowing is also just as terrifying as feeling that constant need to have people affirm your actions, to give you attention, to feel like that is everything in life, is extraordinarily dangerous. And I personally, being almost almost 30, am very aware of that already. I didn't get into this when I was young necessarily. I matured fully well before it became a threat of brain rot and getting way too into it. Like, sure, I'm constantly watching TikTok, honestly. I'm constantly watching YouTube videos. It's basically my whole day are those two things and anime. You know, like I'm watching 30 anime this season. I watch over 100 anime per year, and that's so much for a lot of people, but I love that. It's my love. I love art. I love animation, but those are also pastimes. Those are hobbies. Those aren't putting yourself out there as a content creator. It hits you way differently. So I definitely feel this. I'm just glad that I don't feel the full force of it, and I hope I never do, but I also don't know if I ever will. You know, like that is also a stress too, because I don't know if I ever will. And you know, like there's that constant looming cloud above your head, like, will I become one of those? I don't think I will. Again, given my age, given my maturity level, I'm aware of this existing, and I know that this is a potential threat in the future. I see it way off in the distance, but it's nowhere near close enough for me to be concerned about yet. Once it is, I'll be talking about it. I'm not going to hide it. I don't feel like it's sensible to hide my opinions on things like that. I don't need to sugarcoat it. If I start feeling mentally unwell, I will let you all know, and I'll probably take a step back from making videos. But at the same time, that is something that a lot of people, like this song is portraying, don't know how to do. They believe that it is their whole personality, and without that, they will basically die. Like, if they virtually die, why not die in real life? You know, like, that's terrifying. I don't want to get to that point. I don't think I ever will. But there are so many people out there who do, can, and are threatened by that actively, constantly, or are already victims of it, like I said earlier. So that is terrifying. And we all need to be aware of that. So like, mental health is very important. Do not let yourself get that attached to the internet. Love what you do. If you love making content, great. You're like me. I also love making content. But don't let it be your whole personality, you know? Touch grass once in a while. It is very important, even if it's just mowing your lawn, even if it's going for a casual hike in a nearby national forest or a nearby, you know, state forest, anything, you know, state park, whatever. Just walk outside. You don't even have to go to a park or something. It just kind of helps, you know, like at least for me, I like walking through the trees, but it's a little different for everyone. Find your thing that you can do that is completely detached. Take a few minutes so you don't become Teto and you don't get washed out by a blue-haired gremlin who thinks that she's a better vocalist. That's right, I said it. I love you, Miku. Fuck you, Teto's a better singer. But now that I'm trying to de-escalate using humor, I think that's a good sign to stop the video here. So thank you all so very much for watching. Thank you, of course, JamieP for throwing this into the queue as always with the V-Synth stuff. I always love listening to these and hearing what producers have, so it's always nice to get more. And if you have anything you want me to get to, by all means, drop in the comments below, or if you want to guarantee it, much like JamieP did, you can always go to my Patreon or my YouTube memberships, where there is a guaranteed tier that I will listen to whatever you want. I don't care who it's by or how good it is, how bad it is, doesn't really matter, that's why it's guaranteed. But if you don't want to do any of that, you can always just follow me and support me for more stuff coming in the future, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye!